Hey guys, RTT back here from the video guys. Today we're taking a look at everything we learned from today from the big Navi launch. Now, of course, it was just the announcement today, but guys, we learned so much freaking stuff, and it's honestly amazing. First off, there's 3 different versions of the big Navi. We have the 6900 XT, we have the 6800 XT, and we have the 6800. Now, these 3, of course, come in with different price tags. First off, the big Navi, the biggest big Navi, does come in at $999, and it does release on December 8th of 2020. So this would not come out with the other 2 at launch. So the other 2, the 6800 XT and the 6800, will come out on November 18th. So if you want to get the big dog, big Navi version, you're going to have to wait December 8th to go ahead and get that. So that's around 2-3 weeks after the first 2 do launch. Now we do see, of course, Zen 3 coming out on November 5th with the processors. So it's going to be a kind of interesting, set of events. We have the consoles coming out in around that time period, around the time period of these 2 launching. So kind of in the mix. I'm interested to see how this ends up going, because I really thought that AMD would try to get these, graphics cards out before the consoles came out. But instead, they're having them come out when the consoles are out, and that interests me a lot. So with that in mind, other than that, guys, we did go ahead and see some benchmarks. Now, keep in mind, these are benchmarks from AMD, so keep them with a grain of salt, because in all honesty, they might not be really that amazingly true, because we see this all the time whenever companies release benchmarks. It tries to just make it look like, one thing is a certain way, when sometimes we have to wait, okay? Guys, I'll get the big Navi on this channel. I'll benchmark it. I'll show you guys what it looks like, and we'll see how good it is. But comparing it real fast to the 3090, and I thought it was kind of funny. So they showed the 3090, right? And it's 3090. So in every category, this big Navi beats the 3090, right? In every category, 4K. We said not every category. In some categories, obviously, 3090 is similar, if not better, right? And that's the funny thing. And then 3080, obviously, it's better than 3080. And it makes sense to be better than 3080, and it makes sense to be better than 3090 in some categories. Let me tell you why, okay? 3090 is not a gaming card. I'm sorry for anyone who fell for NVIDIA lying to you and telling you the 3090 was a gaming graphics card. It is not. 24 gigabytes of RAM. This big Navi, even the top of the line, has 16 gigabytes. The difference between 16 and 24, you might be like, oh, I don't care. Look at the gaming. If you're buying a 3090 for gaming, you need help. 3090s is a workstation card. It's for 3D graphic designers. It's for 3D animators. It's for any kind of animation. You can use it for gaming, and it's going to run so great gaming. And it's going to run 8K. Bull crap 8K. Anyway, though, it's going to run really good. But this card, this big Navi, even, I'm going to call it big Navi over and over again, but the 6900 XT, the top of the line, for $999, that is really good at gaming. It's made for gaming. It's made for the gamer. And you're getting 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is really good, but it's made for the gamer. And if you want to compare a graphics card, a 6900 XT versus something else, the only thing we could actually compare it to is what we saw, might get, I guess, I don't know, from the 3080 Ti. 3080 Ti is the only thing we can actually look at, because 3080 Ti would be around $999, maybe $1,000, and it would give you 16 gigabytes of RAM. So you can't really compare this card right here, the 6900 XT, to a 3090, because a 3090 is just not a gaming card. It's a workstation card. And you can't compare it to a 30, okay, you can't really compare it to a 3080, because it's better than 3080. It should be better than 3080. It's $200 more than a 3080. Now, it does come somewhat compared to, of course, the 6800 XT, which does make sense as they did compare it in this right here. And you can see for the 3600 or 6800 XT, 6800 XT, and for the most part is better than the 3080, which makes sense because they're very similar cards. And again, it is cheaper than 3080, and it might have better stock. And honestly, it probably does. I talked about this in the previous video, but I think these are going to be sold out so quickly at launch. It's not even funny, because there's a lot of people who couldn't get 3080s who are now going to AMD thinking, oh, now I'll get my card. Now I'll be able to get. No, you won't, Timmy. Timmy, you watched in the last video. You're watching again. You can't get a 3080. You can't get a freaking 6800 XT. These are going to be sold out so quickly at launch. It's not even funny. Like, might be worse than the 30 series cards, in all honesty. Other than that, guys, that is pretty much it. So again, we learned that these 3 cards are releasing on those dates, December 8th and then November 18th for the other 2. And I'm excited. I'm really excited for these cards. I think it's going to be really awesome to see, you know, what ends up happening. Obviously, availability will be, you know, kind of slated, and we'll see how that ends up being. But just looking at a glance here for the 6900 XT, we have 80 CUs. I think it's cuticles, I believe. 72 for the 6800 XT, and for the 6860 processor is TSMC7 for all 3 of them. Game clocks, we have 2015 for both the 6900 XT and the 6800 XT. And then for the 6800, we have 1815. Boost clock is 2225. Same thing for 2250. Same thing for both these. And then for the 6800, it is 2105. Cache is 128 across the board. 16 gigabytes of RAM across the board. Again, that's what I'm saying, guys. Comparing this to the 3090 with 24 gigabytes, you can't compare it. You really can't. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, this is the same. That's not the same. The 3090 is not a gaming card. Stay with me, guys. It's not a gaming card. NVIDIA lied to you. They sold it as a gaming card to try to sell more units. It's not a gaming card. Watts, 300, 300, and 250. We already talked about this in another video that this was leaked. Price tags are $999, $649, and $579. Release dates November 18th, November 18th, and December 8th. So, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm excited about this. I'm excited to see what ends up happening. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.